What's up guys, just Massey here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a new episode of Done Deals, complete the transfers for this upcoming summer transfer window. So the season is done and today we've got 9 players to cover as always guys. So if we can smash 2,000 likes again, I'll carry on doing these transfer videos every single day. In the comments below, let what you think is the best signing of this episode, and if you're new to my channel, click that subscribe button for daily FIFA content. Also, this is the second video of the day. If you missed the first one, it is a man of the match Kevin De Bruyne and man of the match Ozil hybrid, so check that out in the description below. And also, I kind of screwed up a little bit of the editing slightly because it says the fees and stuff are in pounds, they're actually meant to be in euros. And that is simply the fact that I put .com instead of .co.uk, but sorry about that. And the first player then is going to be Dele Alli from MK Dons to Tottenham. And you may be thinking, Ross, this transfer is done absolutely age ago. It's actually completed back in January or maybe even early February, but basically the MK Dons season has now finished and he has now moved to Tottenham, and he did actually manage to get into the Football League team this season as well. So the fee was 6.6 million euros. He's 19 years old, so you can understand the hype about him, and he's also valued at 5 million euros. Again, sorry about the pound sign, I kind of screwed up on that part. He's played 44 games this season, getting 16 goals and 11 assists. And it'll be very interesting to see how Dele Alli actually progresses because, I mean, England's sake, it could be quite a big one for the future. And now then we've got Christian ATSU, the Chelsea player. Last season was, of course, out on loan to Everton, but basically didn't get much game time last year, and just 370 minutes throughout the whole season, getting 2 assists, and he's now gone on loan to the new boys, Bournemouth. If you watch the African Cup of Nations, you understand how exciting this guy can actually be. And I've also just remembered that Bournemouth have officially signed King from, I believe, Blackburn. But that is one for a future episode. But like I said, ATSU could do quite a good job at Bournemouth, given they are newcomers to the Premier League, and he'll get a lot more game time, I imagine. Now then, we have got a free transfer. That is going to be Alberto Bueno from Rayo Vallecano to FC Porto in Portugal. Like I said, free transfer. He's 27 years old. He's valued at 6 million euros, and this season played 36 games, getting a good amount of goals actually, 17 goals and 4 assists from that central attacker mid position. It does seem that Porto kind of go down the Spanish route because they've got a lot of Spaniards in their team right now, which is actually a clever idea because with Porto, they seem to sign so many players and then sell them on for such an extortionate fee. And now we've got a young Portuguese right back in the name of Joao Cancelo. I don't know how he says his name probably, but I believe that's probably about right. He plays for Valencia right now, and he's actually permanently signed for them as well from SL Benfica. He was at Valencia last season, I do believe, on a loan, and he only played 13 games in 722 minutes, and I don't know how well he done or not, but he's paid a whopping 15 million euros to get his signature. But it probably ties in the fact that he's just 21 years old, and he's also valued at 2 million euros only, but I mean, that'll probably increase the more game time he gets. And I'm not actually sure if it's part of the Rodrigo deal or anything, but Rodrigo is also now a Valencia player. Now then, on to possibly the biggest one of this episode. That is going to be Gonzalo Castro leaving Bayer Leverkusen to join Borussia Dortmund. Of course, Borussia Dortmund do not have Jurgen Klopp anymore, but it looks like this could be a replacement for Ilkay Gundogan. So the fee was 11 million euros, as I do believe that was his release clause for German clubs. He's 27 years old and he's valued at 14 million euros as well, so they got a very good deal out of him for that. And this season played 32 games, getting 2 goals and 11 assists, but apparently he's been absolutely awesome this season, so them stats don't really do him much justice. And it will be very interesting to see how this one actually affects that Gundogan situation come this summer. Now on to Eden Hazard's brother. That is going to be Thorgan Hazard of currently of Gladbach in Germany. Again, he was actually owned by Chelsea previously. He was on loan last season to Gladbach, but has now officially made it permanent. This one was probably completed a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago actually, for 8 million euros. He's 22 years old and he's valued at 10 million euros. This season he has played 41 games, but a majority of them seems to be off the bench, seeing the fact that he's only played 1,774 minutes. He has contributed though 5 goals and 10 assists in just a short amount of time. And Eden Hazard himself actually said before that Thorgan Hazard could be better than him, because I think he said something about he's better technically. So I mean, that's some big confidence from his brother. And now we've got one that I honestly have no idea about. That is going to be Joshua Kimmich leaving Stuttgart to join Bayern Munich. I mean, that's quite a strange one, as I've never actually heard of him in real life. Obviously, people from Germany that watch the Bundesliga stuff will know of him, because last season he was actually out on loan to Red Bull Leipzig, I think it is, who a lot of German fans seem to dislike now because of the whole Red Bull ownership. The fee then is 7 million euros. He's 20 years old and he is valued at 5 million euros on top of that. This season played 29 games, getting 2 goals and 2 assists, although I do believe he has played CDM for the majority of it. It's probably one of those where I have no idea who he is now, but the likes of Schweinsteiger and Toni Kroos have come through and made their name, so it's possibly one of them in the future, and it'll be interesting to see how far he gets. The final one then is going to be Dirk Kuyt leaving Turkey or Fenerbahce to his kind of his boyhood club of Feyenoord back in the Eredivisie for a free transfer. He is 34 years old though, so he's getting on a little bit. He's valued at 2.8 million euros. This season he's played 37 games, getting 10 goals and 5 assists, which isn't actually too bad, and all the best to him, because at Liverpool he was such a workhorse. Another we've got a player who's actually a team this season last week. That is going to be Kevin WIMMER leaving Cologne to join Tottenham in the Barclays Premier League for 7 million euros. He's 22 years old and valued at 6 million euros, but I imagine that's a very good deal, as I've heard a lot of good things about him in real life. 34 games this season, but again, goals and assists aren't really meant for centre backs. And it's also a pretty nice deal for FIFA players, as he's a pretty pacey centre back coming to the Premier League, guys. So if you can nail 2,000 likes, like I said, I'll carry on doing these transfer transfer videos every single day. In the comments below, let me think has been the best signing of this episode, and if you're to my channel, class subscribe for daily FIFA content. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.